Welcome back to Kiki's Self-Mastery. My name is Kiki the Fleur, and today I'm going to talk to you about 5 signs that you are being mentally destroyed in a toxic relationship. The first one is your energy. You have to pay so much close attention to your energy when it comes to being with someone. Why? Because your energy alone can either be added to or taken away. The one thing when it comes to a narcissist is that they will drain your life force. In the very beginning, you can feel it. If you are in tune with your body, if you are in tune with your energy, you will know. Trust me, I knew. In the beginning, I knew that my energy was being destroyed by this narcissist, and I did not know what a narcissist was. Again, for me, if you haven't seen any of my other videos, I thought a narcissist was someone that just is vain, which again is definitely a part of a narcissist, but just only vain. Like, I didn't know anything else other than they just like being in the mirror. They just like looking at themselves, talking to themselves, so on and so forth. I did not know the impact of when it comes down to really being with a narcissist. So my energy was being drained, and I'm in tune with my energy, so I knew automatically that something is different here. That's the other thing. It was different. I've been in other relationships where I felt alive being around them, but with this person, whether I'm on the phone, whether I'm near them in person, I just always felt so drained. And I even got to a point where we started to get a little bit serious, and I prayed, and I was like asking for help from my guides, my spiritual guides, God, somebody during this time. Like, what is this? What am I feeling? What is happening? Am I supposed to go through with this? Like, give me a sign, because I don't know what's happening. Like, this person seems like they're good for me, but at the same time, why do I always feel so tired and drained and just like, what is going on? And although I was getting an answer then, I didn't know what the answers looked like. I was in tune with my spiritual guides, but not the way that I am now, where I understand once I get a message, I know what that message is from. I know if whether I ask a question, it comes, I know exactly what it was. Then it was more like I was aware that there was more to than just us. Well, you know what I mean? I would always say that I'm spiritual, but my level of connecting with this spirit world was very minimum. So I didn't really understand the signs that I was giving. Like, I understand certain messages. I understood then that I would get a lot of messages through music, but nothing was resonating with me at this point in time when it came to music, so I didn't understand any other messages that were coming through. When I look back now, I understand the warnings, okay? And I just didn't know what they were. So I went through with it. I went through with the relationship. And when I tell you the whole entire relationship, my energy, life force was being drained from me, I'm not over exaggerating. It got to the point that by the time I was done, I was so tired. My body had went through so much hell that I am now starting to repair my body. Like, and it's been 3 years, 4 years, I don't know, I can't even keep count anymore. Like, I don't care. I can't keep count, I don't care. But that's how detrimental it was on my body, on my energy. And getting my energy back, getting my life force back was a uphill battle. And when I broke up with that person and I started to stay away from them for longer periods of time, I started to realize how bad it was, because my energy was coming back. It wasn't 100%, but I definitely felt a difference. So that is one way that you would know. Sorry, if I keep looking down, it's because I'm trying to make sure I track my time. It's definitely one way you would know: energy. And if you're not in tune with your body, it's simple. Does a person make you feel like you're alive when you're with them, or do they make you feel like you're dead? It don't get any simpler than that. If you're not in tune with your body, if you don't have the capacity to understand yet how the energy works, it's very simple. Does he or she make me feel like I'm alive or dead when I'm around them? It don't get any simpler than that, okay? Like, pay attention to how they make you feel. For example, my mentor, ex-mentor now, anyway, when I would speak to him, he would like put that battery in my back, and I'm like, by the time I get off the phone with him, I'm ready to conquer the world. I'm just like, I think I can do anything now. When I be on the phone with that fool, that demon, I feel like I can't do nothing. Like, all my energy went to talking to him, that by the time I got off the phone, I'm like, I just want to take a nap. I just want to go to sleep. That's It really is that black and white. It really is that simple. Pay attention to your energy. The second thing is they start devaluing you. You can't do nothing right. Nothing right at all. They don't want to see you happy. They don't want to see you great. They don't cheer you on. There's none of that. None of that is happening. If anything, it's always criticizing. If anything you say, they do the opposite. And when I tell you that mofo always did the opposite of everything, I couldn't say nothing. I couldn't do nothing. We never agreed. We never agreed on nothing. Nothing. And I'm not over exaggerating when I say this. Like, and if we did agree, it's because I probably gave in. You know what I mean? Like, I probably just said, okay, fine, whatever. Go ahead, whatever. Do this, do that. Okay. Like, it was always something wrong with me. It was always a problem. Like, I never could do anything right. Whether I complained about something, he didn't care to acknowledge it. Like, my feelings were always disregarded. Like, it was a devaluing stage that left me completely helpless and just like feeling bad about myself. I constantly felt bad about myself because I couldn't do anything right. And he would always, like, I wasn't great at math. Like, math isn't my like greatest freaking subject. So he would always tease me about it. Every opportunity, even to the very end, he would be like, hey, what's this times this? And I would be like, he'd be like, it's okay, you lucky you're pretty. And I would just like look at him like, and that was at the end. So at the end, I was just like, all right, I know what you're doing. You know what I mean? Like, it ain't working this time though. In the beginning, I would feel bad. In the beginning, I felt horrible about myself, like sitting here, and then I would go and try to learn math as fast as I can so that anytime he would ask me this question, it wouldn't make me feel stupid. So that is definitely another way where you can pay attention to if someone is messing with your mental health. How do they make you feel when they speak to you, when they talk to you? Do they pour into you, or are they just pouring a whole bunch of shit into you that makes you feel terrible about yourself? I think that is the easiest to differentiate when it comes to whether or not someone is messing with your mental, because that fucks with you. You know, when you feel like you can't do anything when it comes to your partner, you start to walk on eggshells because you don't want to either upset them or you don't want to get into an argument. Like, you really just start to change yourself in such a way that you just like, I don't know anything other than to just be silent. The other thing is they make you feel like they are all you ever need, and they kind of mirror you in a way and make you feel like they're the greatest. Mind you, everything that you're doing, they're just mirroring you. That's all they're doing. They're just mirroring you, and the mask does come off eventually. Whatever they're doing to mirror you doesn't last forever. If anything, give them a week and they probably will stop doing the mirroring. Especially if you've been together for a while. In the beginning stages, they're gonna come on strong. They're gonna love bomb strong, which then makes you think that, oh my God, this person is so great. But in all reality, they're just acting like you. They're just mirroring you. Everything that's great about you, they're doing back to you. And eventually you start to think like, oh my God, this person is everything that I've ever wanted. He listens to me, or she, you know, like they listen to me. They give me their time, attention, and oh my God, like I just feel like I don't want to be apart from them. They make you feel like they are all you need every single time throughout the relationship. And even when you decide like, okay, this may not be it, they do things. They reel you in with things that you like, and they know that is something that's going to work. So again, in your mind, you're like, this person just gets me, but they don't really. They just use all of that as a weapon to reel you back in, and you have to pay attention to those signs. Is this person really for me, or are they weaponizing these tools and tricks just to get me near them again and make me feel like they are someone I can rely on? In all actuality, when you really, really need them, they're not there. It's only when they want you, they need you, they reel you in and they do things, and then you latch onto the hook and they're happy. But when you stop and you realize, okay, maybe I need you now, they're nowhere to be found. They're literally leaving you hanging on multiple occasions over and over and over again. So that is another way to really understand whether or not someone is messing with your mental. The next thing is that you lose your self-esteem. By the time they start doing everything else I've done mentioned, your self-esteem is shot. You have no confidence in yourself. Like, you've lost it. If you've been working on goals, dreams, desires, things like that, you start to realize that you can't do these things. One, your energy is zapped. You don't have the energy because they've been draining you. Two, you don't have the confidence anymore. What do I mean? So for example, I am very creative. So before being with this person, I used to do a lot of things creative wise. Like, I'm an actor and filmmaker, so I was creating a lot of films during this time. Like, before I met him, I was doing 7 short films in 1 year. No, 2 years. Within 2 years, 7 short films. By the time I got to this fool, by the time I was with this man, I did 0. I did none. Nada. Even my YouTube channel. During the relationship, I was starting back my YouTube channel because I've tried it before. I've tried it in 2013. I wasn't ready. I tried it again in 2020 because we had a lot of time. I didn't have the energy. I was zapped. I didn't have the energy. I probably did, a month worth of content, and I stopped. I was being drained mentally, physically, and emotionally by this devil. When it came to shooting my films, I could not do these things. I couldn't even write. I couldn't sit down and just write a screenplay. I couldn't do anything. It takes a lot of energy and work and mental capacity to even create a film. Okay, like, to sit down, write it from pre-production to post-production. Like, there's a lot that goes into it. I didn't have the energy or the capacity to do that while being with this demon. And I thought something was wrong with me because during that time I didn't know that I was dealing with a narcissist when I had that moment of eureka, like, what is wrong with me? But also, I didn't have my confidence. I didn't think I could. I didn't think I was capable. I don't know what the hell was wrong with me. Like, I had all this confidence prior to this person, and now that I am with this person, I don't even think I can do it. Like, I literally went from 7 films within 2 years to none, and that's mainly because I didn't think I had the capability of doing it. Like, isn't that crazy? It's mind-blowing, but that was my thought process. Like, I can't. Because he made me feel like I couldn't do nothing right every single time, every single opportunity. I couldn't do anything right. So it was drilled in me that I wasn't going to be okay doing it. I wasn't capable. I didn't have the capacity. Like, I don't know what I'm doing. That's how you know you're being destroyed up here. Like, I'm telling you, like, it's crazy to understand that someone can be so evil that it allows you to lose yourself in such a way that you literally forget who you are. The last thing that I'm going to say is that they start to triangulate you in other relationships, whether it be friends, family, it don't matter, ex-lovers. And when I tell you this fool did it all, everything I just mentioned, he triangulated me with his friends. He convinced his friends not to like me. Mind you, I hardly was around these people other than a few gatherings. Like, they didn't even know me. The other thing was his family. His cousin would say to me, because his mama, he lived with his mama, okay, like, just like, and that should have been a red flag for me. Hello, he lived with his mama, but he lived upstairs. You know how people be like, they live upstairs while their mother lived downstairs, or so on and so forth, separated apartment. No, you live with your mama, boy, and you 40-something years old. Anywho, but again, I disregarded all the red flags. When I would get mad at him, I would yell at this fool. And so obviously she heard. So then when I would see his cousin, she would come to me, like, when he's not around. She'd be like, and don't yell at him, okay? And I would just look at her like, first of all, she never asked me why I was yelling. She never asked me anything. But she would say, don't yell at him. And in my mind, I'm like, bitch, do you know why I'm yelling? Do you know why I'm yelling? like y'all sit here babying this man, but I didn't know he was a narcissist. So I didn't know that this was a triangulation. I did know that his mama was talking about me, and I knew that he was talking about me. Those were my warning signs, like, okay, these people are talking about me behind my back. And the thing was, like, I did take her advice. I stopped yelling because I walked the hell away. Like, I don't yell anymore at nobody. Like, why would I? Like, that was the best advice she could have gave me. Little did she know. okay? He would triangulate me with exes. So many things that fool did when it came to his exes, and just like get me involved. I remember I had this one situation where I saw his text message of shorty saying, please stop texting me. And I was like, because she was fed up with his behind too. But they still communicate, still send her texts. She never cut him off like the way that I cut him off. She never did that. I don't think she knew he was a narcissist. I just think that she was fed up with him and she just walked away. So the door was still open, so he was still able to communicate with her. He would triangulate me in that situation. For me though, once I walk away, you're done, you're blocked. I know you're a narc, I'm walking the hell away. He would triangulate. There was another time when he was texting his best friend that I never met, but their conversation would be, oh, I love you this, oh, I love. Their thread would be, it was like they were in a relationship compared to me. And I was like, bro, like none of this is professional. None of this is respectful to me. And they both were like, oh, I didn't know. What you mean? What do you mean you didn't know? Of course you knew. We are not children. You guys are in your 40s. What the hell is wrong with you? Of course you knew. But again, it was triangulation. And I was oblivious to all this. And for me, the reason why it was easy to block this fool is because I learned so much. And when I tell you, every single thing that they talk about when it comes to a narcissist, he checks off every single box. Like once I started to understand that I'm dealing with a narcissist, I started to check. Does he do this? Yes. Like it literally was mind blowing that no one can tell me that I wasn't dealing with a full-blown covert narcissist. No one. He was the pure definition on what a narc was. Energy vampire, let's add that on to it. Energy vampire narcissist. He did so much triangulation because he needed to feel like he was on this pedestal. The other thing was he would tell me that he's surprised. He ain't got no kids. He ain't got this. He ain't got that. Like, I got kids, so I'm not the prize. Like, bro, when I tell you that he did everything to make me feel shitty, he did everything to try to make me feel shitty. He did everything to make me feel like everyone wants him because he's a catch. He's the greatest catch. He don't got kids. He's not married, even though he's been divorced. But he don't have this. He don't have these problems. He don't have baby mamas. And I'm like, so he always did things to make me feel terrible about myself. Now I realize that it was just all bullshit. But I hope these tips help you to understand when it comes to being in something that is destroying your mentality, because you have to protect your mental more than anything, because without your mental, you can't take care of your health. You can't take care of, your needs, your wants, your desires. Like, you really have to make sure that you are guarding your mental so much so that you are aware of all these tips that I have given you, so that you know moving forward that when someone plays these mind games with you, you know to walk away. Because it's one thing to be in an abusive relationship and know automatically that you are being hurt by someone who doesn't care about you. It's another to be in one that's mental. That one creeps up on you slowly to the point where by the time you wake up to the reality, the damage has been done, which is what happened to me. So I hope this helps.